Hello, I'm Ali Langdon. Welcome to a special edition of A Current Affair. Tonight is about new beginnings. It starts here at this house on the Gold Coast, built by a big-hearted community for a very deserving family. We're going to meet all of them very, very soon. When Kelly Wilkinson was killed, allegedly by her ex-husband, she left behind 3 beautiful children. In the ultimate act of love, her sister Danielle and husband Rhys took them in. But here's the thing, with 5 kids of their own, this family of now 10 was bursting at the seams.
Can I ask you what Kelly meant to you?
Absolute ray of sunshine. She walked in the room and just lit up, you know, the whole room, and everyone loved to be around her.
The horrific incident which took Kelly Wilkinson sent shockwaves around Australia and left her family traumatised. The young mum died in her Gold Coast backyard. Her estranged husband has been charged with her murder. Since that day, Kelly's 3 small children have lived with her sister Danielle and husband Rhys, who we first met in this interview 2 years ago.
We've got 5 of our own, and Rhys just looked at me and said, "This is us," and we said, "Yep." So, you know, we'll make it work.
So looking at this, you've got now 8 children in a 4-bedroom house.
Yes.
It must be chaos.
It is chaos.
It's loud, it's loud, but it's fun, you know.
Within days of hearing their story, the community reacted. Land was donated, tradies lined up to offer their services, and so began the task of building Kelly's family a new home. In their current digs, they've been bursting at the seams.
Where does everyone sleep?
Yeah, there's a couple of bedrooms doubled up with kids, and we've still got our 3- and 5-year-old in with us.
Cosy.
Yeah,
It's
very
cosy. It's funny you say that, because some nights we still have empty beds because the kids like to bunk in together, or we sometimes end up with 5 in our bed.
Take us through, what does your average day look like? How do you get that many children on the road to school?
Oh, we've got it worked out pretty well now, and the older ones, like, they've had to grow up really quickly, so they help out with the young ones.
With 8 children ranging in age from 3 to 13, they need a small bus to do the school run, which can take more than an hour, and meal times are a production line.
Yeah, it's usually done in 2 stages at times, so
Yeah.
get the young ones out first and then get the older ones in after that. And
Lots of stir fries, quick and easy, line it up.
And take us through your weekly shop.
Oh, the shopping's intense.
Can I ask you, how much does it cost you a week for all those groceries?
At this point in time, we're spending around $800 to $900 per week. So I'll usually do a big shop and get everything we need, and then we'll need to do 1, maybe 2 top-ups.
When they first lost their mum, Danielle and Rhys knew this was going to be tough for Kelly's 3 children, who can't be identified for legal reasons. Did they ask for their mum?
They know she's gone. They constantly say that they miss her. The 2-year-old does ask for mum, but yeah, they know she's not coming back.
You're going to say, what do you say to them at those points?
just throw as much love at them as we can.
And if you or someone you know needs help, you can call 1-800-RESPECT. So, has time made any of this easier for this family?
And then my bed is there with my squishmallow. Then I have 2 side tables. Yeah.
All the children, including Kelly's, have done drawings and notes to thank the builders for their new bedrooms.
I like to picture us as a trauma family. So everyone in that house has trauma on board. We've got different levels of trauma. We've got people going through their journey at different times. So we can have a little bit of big emotions at times, can't we? But yeah, generally pretty good.
Do you think Kelly's kids now feel, well, I'm sure they do feel like this is home, but have they grown all together?
Yeah, I think looking forward to the new house though, and it being more so theirs you know, rather than them sort of being in our house, I think.
As Rhys and Danielle are preparing for the big move, we have a couple of surprises in store, including a week-long holiday for the whole family at the Hilton Hotel in Surfers Paradise. And we've called in the professionals to help with the packing.
My name's Fiona Pride from Hilton Surfers Paradise. This story has impacted our whole team so much. We're looking forward to welcoming Danielle, Rhys and the kids to the hotel for 8 nights accommodation, including full buffet breakfast every day. We really can't wait to welcome you all to Hilton Surfers Paradise, and we hope that you have an awesome stay.
Hey Rhys and Danielle, I'm Michael from Premier Removals, and we're here today. We're carrying out your move, and by the end of the day we're hopefully going to have everything unpacked, installed, and we're going to have this place looking like a home for you.
To have a few days off and just really take some time for ourselves is going to be a massive help, you know, so.
It'll be very different living in a hotel.
Oh, very, very different. I hope they're ready for us.
That is a very good question. Are they ready for it? And Danielle and Rhys, I tell you what, it has been a big day, but let's just go back to the fact that you opened your hearts and your home to Kelly's 3 beautiful kids. And I know you would have had it no other way, but it has been a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been massive, yeah. It's been a really long couple of years, sort of finding our ground with the new guys and everything like that, and I think we feel like we're finally getting there now, and this house is just going to make it so much easier.
Well, I mean, this is the new house we're in right now. You got the keys, and that moment when those little hands pushed that front door open and there was like a stampede of screaming, excited kids as they ran up the stairs. I mean, that was such a moment, wasn't it?
It was, even the drive here, everyone was so pumped, weren't they? And when we got here, I was like, walk, don't run. But as soon as that door opened, it was just, there was no stopping them.
And now I do want to know that noise, right, as they you know, experienced this new house. Was that just because they were seeing their new house? Or I get the feeling that maybe every day's a little bit like that?
Every day's a lot like that. It was definitely heightened a lot more today, but every day's a lot like that.
And how did you feel walking in and seeing what this amazing community had built for you, so that you guys, they want to see your future in this house?
Oh, it's just overwhelming that there's that much generosity in the community to come and help us like this. You know, we're happy to do everything on our own, but to see all this now, you know, it's just
very surreal.
It's very surreal, yeah. Yeah.
It was a real moment, wasn't it, Danielle? Yeah. Was it what you expected?
So much more.
So much more, so much more. And I think we'll be thinking that for a long time after.
Yeah.
Well, of course, this couldn't have happened without the extraordinary Tamika over here from My Bella Casa and Brad from Metricon. So, Tamika, I'm going to start with you because basically you rammed this through. You were the one who kind of ran it. You got everybody on board. Why was it so important to you?
I think seeing Danielle and Rhys just unapologetically stand up to take care of these kids, it really inspired me to say, well, we're with you. And I think particularly seeing tragedy happen, we really wanted to stand up to say we're not okay with this. And as a sector, seeing everyone stand behind me in doing this, it was incredible to see the entire sector of predominantly men, actually, that stood up and went, we're not okay with this either, and we want to give these kids a home, and we want to give them hope that there are really good people in the world.
Brad, you're nodding along to everything Tamika said there. This land was donated. Metricon, you built this house. You built this family a house. Do you understand what you've given them?
Yeah, we're incredibly proud. We're Australia's largest builder, but at our heart, we're a family-owned business. And when we heard what this family had endured and the fact that Danielle and Rhys were stepping up to grow a pretty large family overnight into a larger family, we were just compelled to do whatever we could to help. And no doubt we couldn't have got this done without the great suppliers and we're incredibly lucky to have the best in class of every subcontractor and supplier, and I think if there's heroes here today, it's really the guys that sit behind us that help us every day and have really delivered something that I'm incredibly proud of.
It is absolutely stunning. I mean, this is the room. Are you all proud of yourselves for what has been delivered here? It is. I mean, I wish you could have all been here today to see the look on the kids' faces. I mean, they've all been sharing rooms, and I think poor old Danielle and Rhys have had kids sleeping in their room. They've got their own space now.
Yeah, I walked in and was excited to see the finished product, and I was grabbed me by the hand and just took me upstairs, and they were just so proud to show me their bedroom, and I have to admit, it just hit me. It hit me incredibly hard.
Is there anyone more deserving than this family, Tamika?
Absolutely not. I mean, there are families every day that contact us in desperate need for a home. So I think for the community to stand up to say we're not waiting for this and we're going to stand with you says something around the urgency and the need for a safe and secure home, but particularly for a family of 10, and hopefully a family of 10 that now knows that everyone is going to stand up with them in such a tragic circumstance to
And we're
get them
seeing
home.
that here today, everyone who's around. There have been so many generous sponsors who've been involved and have made this happen, and here's a word from a few of them.
I'm Tara, I'm the Queensland Area Leader for Freedom.
And I'm Kristen, I'm interior decorator with Freedom.
When we heard of the story of Kelly and everything that Danielle and Rhys were doing to pull the families together, we wanted to be able to do what we could for Danielle and Rhys and the family in that space. So we provided $25,000 worth of furniture and also the service of Chris as our interior decorator.
Yeah, and it's been an absolute honour and privilege to be a part of this beautiful community project.
We hope you have lots of beautiful new memories moving forward.
The good thing about working for Mitre 10 is being a part of the local community. The owners of our store live at the Gold Coast, and through school they know Danielle and her sister Kelly and the family. And so when we heard about this, we wanted to be able to help. The way we're helping is that we're donating an outdoor barbecue, a dining setting and a lounge setting, so that they can enjoy family time together outside in their alfresco area.
I'm just watching your face that whole time, Danielle. Is it fair to say that perhaps you're a little bit overwhelmed?
Oh, extremely
at this point?
overwhelmed. So I don't even know what to say. I don't know. I really just don't know how to be right now. There's so many emotions coming through. Yeah, extremely overwhelmed.
Well, I want to talk because right now we're in the kitchen, and the things that I noticed about this house, for one, there are 2 fridges. And 2 big fridges, which you need. There are 2 washing machines, which you're also going to need. But can I just run through some of your shopping list? Like 18 litres of milk a week. I mean, I saw that and thought we should have just bought you a cow for the backyard, you know, how much you need. There's like 10 kilos of meat and a couple of kilos of cheese and like 8 kilos of vegetables every single week. Yeah. You got a lot of mouths to feed, don't you?
It really concerns me because we don't even have teenagers yet, so I'm just... yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I look at or think about that idea of all 10 of you sitting around that table and the laughter and the joy and the memories you're going to make. But I'm just going to step back because I'm so envious of this extraordinary pantry that you've got here that has been stocked by your wonderful local IGA. And because we love to give surprises, I want to invite in Leanne here from local IGA. And Leanne, you've got something you'd like to say to them?
Yes, I'd just like to say thank you for having us in your beautiful home here tonight. And all of our team were profoundly affected by hearing Kelly's story. It did touch our hearts. And we, from our IGA family to yours, we would like to give you a little bit more. I know we've filled your pantry, but we feel that we can give you a little bit more, and we've given you $15,000 worth of groceries.
How's that feel? You've got 2 weeks of groceries right there, guys. It's going to go a long way, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely will. Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. Well, guess what? We have more, so stay with us because coming up after the break, we're going to talk to some of the extraordinary tradies who helped make this magnificent home possible. Is that the Dulax dog I see here in the very backyard? The house is packed tonight because this is how many people it took to build this extraordinary home for Danielle, Rhys and their family of 10. And joining me now is Kelly Wilkinson's dad, Reg, and sister Natalie. Look, it's a big night and in a lot of ways we're you know, we're celebrating the fact that they've moved into this beautiful home, but it's also very bittersweet because it means Kelly's not here, Reg.
Yeah, I think you miss her every day. You know, she's so, but I mean, what everyone's done here is wonderful for the kids and the family, and we can't thank everyone enough for what everyone's done, you know. But yeah.
What does it tell you? People have pitched in, they've donated their time, whatever resources they have to make this happen.
They're still good in people. Unfortunately, there's not good in everyone, but it shows you that the majority of people are good people, and they all understand what our family's been going through. And yeah, it's very heart touching.
Yeah.
That, you know,
A lot of emotions tonight, right?
Yeah.
I know. And for you, Natalie, I mean, you know, Kelly was your sis. What do you think she'd make of all of this?
I don't know that she'd have the words. This is crazier than anything I thought was going to be put together. This is amazing. And they deserve it.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
How wonderful are Danielle and Rhys?
They are amazing and amazing parents to all 8 of their children.
How noisy is this house?
Wildly crazy.
Like, all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
You know?
You get used to it when you're family, but you know,
Yeah.
it still is.
And is
Glad
there
I don't live here.
No. Is there something special though, knowing that Kelly's darling little children are looked after for the rest of their life, and they are surrounded by so much love?
Yeah, that's the main thing. Is the main thing was to keep the kids in the family, and somehow try to provide for them, and this goes such a long way to doing that. So, you know,
They've got their forever home.
Yeah, they won't have to worry about, you know, somewhere to live or whatever. So it's a big burden off the family and the children themselves.
Well, you know who we do have to thank for that too? We've got Andrew Heers from the Builders Academy Australia. Step in. Reg, so this is the bloke who organised a lot of the tradies to help with the bits and pieces around the house. Have you got a message for Andrew?
Well, I cannot thank you enough for what you have done for my family, and I'm just glad that you got on board with this and sort of came through with this for us, you know.
Why did you get on board, Andrew?
Oh, look, we only played a very small role. It's a shout out to Tamika, who's done an amazing job bringing people together, all the trades here, Metricon, who's done a fantastic job to build this amazing home. Look, we got involved the same as everyone else here because that sense of community of wanting to make a difference to the family after having that opportunity, I suppose, to help improve the lives of children and family. We're pleased to play our small part, and I know that everyone here in the trades that put this magnificent house together are all really proud of the outcome, and hopefully it's a much loved house for many years to come.
I'm sure it will.
But you know what? To me, looking around, and this house is full. It's packed inside and outside. It's mainly men here. And to me, that sends a very, very strong message that men don't stand for domestic violence, and that by doing what you guys have done, says we hear.
No, I agree completely, and I know the Kelly Wilkinson Foundation too is a very important initiative that's been launched as part of this, and I think that it's an area that everyone can get behind, and it's such an important cause and something that people want to play their role in, and I'm proud to play our small role, and what an amazing outcome, I suppose, overall.
All right, well, it's so good to have you here today. And Reg, I know it's a big night, but I know you wouldn't have missed it. And when we come back, guess what? We're going to have the final Kelly's legacy. It's going to live on, and how everyone at home can help. All right, guys, we happy to be here? What we are cheering right there is the the beautiful house that this community built, and it would not have been possible without the likes of Metricon, My Bella Casa, Freedom, IGA and Minor 10, and every single person here, every trade who came and gave up their time, who put in the windows, who put in the lights. It's extraordinary, right? As a final word, Danielle?
It's unbelievable. I don't have anything.
You don't need to. But can I also say that from all of this, in development at the moment is something really special and close to your heart. It's the Kelly Wilkinson Foundation. Just tell me what you hope that will do.
Look, right from the beginning, Rhys and I knew we wanted to give back somehow. We had so much community involvement, and I was approached by somebody, and the foundation just sort of started happening before our eyes. Yeah.
And it's almost looking at the secondary victims, isn't it? I think is what you're looking at. So when something as horrific as this does happen, that how do you look after the kids, and what do you do in those first few days when you're dealing with grief and it's overwhelming? You're not thinking straight.
Yeah, so we wanted to help other secondary victims of domestic violence. So that is the families left behind to then carry on. And currently there is no one, especially long-term in Australia, doing that. So it's really important that these families are looked after. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Kelly, I imagine, will be so proud the fact that you've taken in her children, you and Rhys, raised them as your own. They consider you family. It's pretty wonderful what you've done.
They are family.
Yeah.
And we do anything for family, don't we, guys?
Yeah.
We do anything for family. Well, look, from every single person here tonight, you deserve so many happy memories in this house. We can't wait to hear all about them. Give it up one final time for the house we all built.